You're here too?
Yeah, you're here too.
They told me to meet here, but
I don't know why we're here.
Yeah, what are we doing today?
They didn't tell me, but I think it's gonna be like some kind of special task or some kind of mission.
It's pretty mysterious.
I don't know. It is very mysterious. What are we doing here? I have no idea.
What?
Wait a second, look at that. What is that? Is that a letter?
What is this?
Or is that a card? What does that say?
Dear Karen and Shane, congratulations!
Congratulations! Something great is happening? What is it?
You've been chosen to travel around Taiwan and see all the wonderful places that Taiwan has to offer.
Yes! I love traveling and I love Taiwan.
Oh, where are we gonna go?
Where?
Our first stop is Lukang Old Street.
Are you serious?
I've never been there.
Okay, so we're traveling, but do I need to pack? How about clothes? How many outfits should I bring?
I have no idea.
I'm so excited. Okay, let's go pack.
We better get going, okay?
Let's go, let's go.
Awesome.
Located in northwest Zhanghua County, Taiwan, Lukang Township has several points of interest. One of these is Lukang Old Street, which is famous for its culture and history as well as its traditional foods. During the Qing Dynasty, Lukang, Fucheng, and Mangka were the three major port cities in Taiwan, attracting merchant vessels and business owners. In Lukang, Puto Street, Hualien Street, and Dayo Street became the main roads that access the city's dock area. Over time, this area developed into a hub for shipping companies.
We're looking at part 1 of Lukang Old Street, a blast from the past. Yes, we're learning about Lukang.
If we say something is a blast from the past,
what does that mean?
That means something from back in the past that's really cool or really exciting or really fun.
But how about now? Does that mean it's not fun and not interesting
No, it
now?
means it's interesting now, but it's something that it's like from the past.
Oh, I see. Okay, so that means it has a lot of history, right?
Right.
Okay, let's get into it.
All right. Located in northwest Zhanghua County, Taiwan, Lukang Township has several points of interest.
Several points of interest. So when you say that, does that mean that they have several places that are really interesting?
Right, like if you're looking on a map, there's one point, there's another point, there's another point. Lots of places you can go that are very interesting.
Got it.
One of these is Lukang Old Street.
I love old streets.
Old streets are fun because they're old.
That's right.
Which is famous for its culture and history as well as its traditional foods.
And we actually have old streets in many places in Taiwan. One famous one in the northern part of Taiwan is Jiufen, right?
Oh, wow, I love that place.
Yes, a lot of people go to Jiufen because of the old street.
Right. It's very historical, and it just, you kind of feel like you're really taking a step back into the past.
That's right, but I wonder, the old street, is it different from Jiufen or would it be the same? Maybe it's a little bit different.
You probably have some things different and some things the same.
That's right. Okay, let's continue. During the Qing Dynasty, Lukang, Fucheng, and Mangka were the three major port cities in Taiwan, attracting merchant vessels and business owners. Okay, so we're talking about port cities. So we know a port is where you park your ships and boats, right? So these three are the three major ones. So Lukang is one of them. And that's where they do business and where the vessels and the ships park.
Right, and so we have this vocabulary word, dynasty. So a dynasty is basically it's a family of rulers who rule an area for a long time.
That's right.
Right. So in Chinese history, there's quite a few famous dynasties, right? The Qing Dynasty, Tang Dynasty.
That's right.
Right. Okay. So our example sentence: this museum has collections from several of China's dynasties.
Okay. So they have some collections, some of the things that they found during those dynasties, right? Okay, got it. In Lukang, Puto Street, Hualien Street, and Dayo Street became the main roads that accessed the city's dock area. Over time, this area developed into a hub for shipping companies. So when they say develop into a hub, so a hub is kind of like the central part of something, right? Of a place, right? Like the busy part, right?
Kind of the busiest, most exciting part. Everything is going on there.
So it's like a hub for shipping companies. So you can see a lot of shipping companies there, right?
And we have a vocabulary word, access, which is a verb. So to access something means to be able to get into that place from somewhere else. So you could say, I can access my home from the front door.
So you can go in there from the front door.
Right, in our example sentence here, the system is currently down, so I cannot access the money in my bank account.
Oh, okay.
So I can't get into my bank account to get the money out.
I see, and that's not good news.
That is a big problem, especially if you're going to be going to like an old street somewhere. You need some money so that you can buy all the great souvenirs and to get all of the delicious food.
And usually when you go to these old streets, they probably don't accept credit cards. So it's important to have some cash with you, right?
That's true. You definitely need to bring lots of cash.
But you know what I think of when I think of Lukang?
What?
Because Lukang is actually in Changhua.
Right.
And then when I think of Changhua, I think of the famous Taiwanese meatball. I love them. They are absolutely delicious.
I'm a vegetarian.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Meatballs are not very attractive to me.
Maybe they have vegetarian kinds. I'm not so sure. But do you know anything about Lukang?
I mean, when I think of Lukang, I just really think of like the old street having lots of red bricks everywhere.
That's right.
Just the idea of it like looks really cool. Like I just want to walk around there and feel like I'm kind of like back in an ancient dynasty.
Exactly. You're traveling back in time. It's like a time machine, right?
Right.
Wow. Okay, well, how about let's take a short break and we'll be back to learn more about Lukang.
Hello， 大家好，我是 Tina。这2天的课程要介绍鹿港老街，标题用到 A Blast from the Past。几乎遗忘，但现在又看到、听到、遇到而令人触动的人或者是事物。我们知道鹿港位于彰化，它的老街以历史文化和传统美食闻名。在清朝期间，鹿港、府城和艋舺是台湾的3大港口城市，吸引了商船和企业主。而在鹿港，埔头街、姚林街以及大有街成了进入镇上码头区的主要道路。随着时间的推移，这个区域呢就发展成为了船行的集中区。文中用到 hub 名词，指的是活动中心或者是中枢，而单字 dynasty 指的是名词朝代、王朝。access 是一个动词，进入或者是到达。接着我们回到课文当中。
Lukang Old Street is actually a collection of long streets and wooden houses that date back to the foundation of the city. The houses are long and narrow, have shared walls, and serve both residential and commercial uses. The large wooden doors and windows project a palatial feel, and entrances and roofs feature decorations that are said to protect against evil spirits. Lukang Old Street's curved alleys were built by the original settlers and were intended to reduce strong winds and offer a defensive advantage. And the area's red brick roads bring to mind the Taiwan of long ago. Shops selling cheongsam, traditional toys, and antiques line the streets, drawing many visitors. Traditional miencha and cake shops also bring in crowds.
Welcome back to Lukang Old Street.
Ooh, I love learning about old streets, and I love learning about different places in Taiwan.
I love visiting them.
I know. Okay, let's learn more about Lukang. Lukang Old Street is actually a collection of long streets and wooden houses that date back to the foundation of the city. So it's like when they first started, right?
Okay, so it's not just one street, it's actually a collection of streets.
Exactly. Okay. And the houses are long and narrow, have shared walls, and serve both residential and commercial uses. So when we're talking about residential and commercial, basically residential just means like people's homes, right?
Yeah, so people live.
That's right. You go to bed, you go to sleep there. Commercial uses, it's more like people use it for business. Maybe they open up a shop, they open up a store. So it's a combination of both residential and commercial uses.
You can live there and also do business there. The large wooden doors and windows project a palatial feel.
Ooh, palatial feel. What does that mean?
Right, so palatial is an adjective describing something that is like a palace.
Oh, wow.
So a palace is like where like kings or queens or like emperors live, like royalty.
That's right.
So of course, if you're going in there, it's going to seem like very rich, and it's going to have all kinds of fancy things in there. Okay? And entrances and roofs feature decorations that are said to protect against evil spirits.
Evil spirits, wow. It protects you against evil spirits. That means you don't have to be afraid anymore, right?
Right, so if you're walking around there at night, don't be worried about evil spirits. You're protected.
By the decoration, right?
Right.
Okay.
Lukang Old Street's curved alleys were built by the original settlers and were intended to reduce strong winds and offer a defensive advantage.
So we have this word curved alley, right? So curved alley. Curved actually is an adjective. It's just describing something that is not straight.
Right.
It's kind of like rounded and starts to turn. And then, but you can also use it as a verb, okay?
Right.
So for example, the river curves to the right about 50 meters ahead.
Okay. Next vocabulary word is intend, which is a verb. If you intend to do something, basically it means the same as you plan to do something. That's what you want to do.
That's right.
Right? So you could say, for example, these new policies are intended to provide a safe environment for all of our guests.
Ah, okay. So that's a reason for that policy, right?
Right.
Okay. And our next vocabulary word is defensive, and that is an adjective. So defensive just means that you are being protected from something that's being attacked. So when they have these curved alleys, and then they have this defensive advantage, that means when people want to attack them, then they can kind of defend themselves, right? From being attacked.
Keep themselves safe.
That's right. So for example, faced with the enemy, the soldiers formed a defensive line. Okay, they want to stop people from attacking and protect themselves.
Right. Okay, let's continue. And the area's red brick roads bring to mind the Taiwan of long ago. So that's what I think about, those red brick roads.
That's right.
I feel like if I'm going to go there, I'm going to travel back in time. Shops selling cheongsam, traditional toys, and antiques line the streets, drawing many visitors.
Ah, drawing many visitors, meaning attracting many visitors, right?
If you're drawn to something, then you are attracted to it. You want to go to it.
That's right.
Traditional miancha and cake shops also bring in crowds.
Ooh, I've heard of miancha before, but I've never really tasted a miancha.
Yeah, I think it's like made from, use a powder, right?
And then you make it into a tea.
Right.
Okay, that sounds kind of interesting.
I love
would
trying. Yeah, I love trying new drinks and new
me
foods.
Too. And discover new things. And I guess that was what we can do in Lukang, right? Since we don't know a lot about it.
Right. I mean, that is the excitement when you're going to a new place, is finding out what all new things there are to offer you. And you get to experience these things for the first time. That's exciting.
That's right. Well, we've already learned a lot about Lukang today. So I guess we'll have to learn more in part 2.
Okay, well, we'll see
you guys next time.
鹿港老街的历史可以追溯到城镇建立时，那时的房舍又长又窄，有共同的墙壁，并且作为住商用途。大片的木门窗散发出富丽堂皇的感觉，而门口和屋顶的装饰据说可以辟邪呢。我们知道 palace 名词指的是皇宫、宫殿，课文用到它的形容词 palatial 宫殿般的、华丽的、堂皇的。Shen 老师在讲解时提到了 royalty，R-O-Y-A-L-T-Y 指的是名词，王室、皇族、皇室成员。鹿港的老街湾区的街道是由最早来定居的先民建造的， 目的是减轻强风和提供防御优势。单字 curve 是一个动词，指的是使弯曲。课文当中用到了过去分词 curved 来当形容词来用，指的是蜿蜒的、弯曲的。Intend 是一个动词，表示想要、计划，也可以指为什么而做准备。Defensive 是一个形容词，防御性的、防卫的。课文接着写到，贩售旗袍、传统玩具和古董的店家林立于街道的两旁，吸引了许多游客。这个句子有2个重点，我们进入文法时间。
好，我们来看第一个重点是 protect， 它表示保护、防护，它可以当及物用或是不及物用。那我们来看看它的用法 ，protect against something， 或者是你可以用 protect somebody or something 加上 from 或是 against 再加 something。我们来看2个例句。Eating whole grains can help protect against type 2 diabetes。吃全谷类有助于预防第2型糖尿病。Wearing a mask can help protect you from the flu。戴口罩有助于保护你免于感染流感。好，下一个重点是分词片语的用法。形容词子句呢，它可以简化成分词片语，用来修饰先行词。那么简化的步骤呢，你就是先省略主格关系代名词，然后再把它后面的动词改成分词。主动就用现在分词 VING， 被动就用过去分词 PP。举例来说 ，The man who is standing by the sports car is an actor。那我们句中的 who is standing by the sports car 这是形容词子句，这个 who is standing 你可以把它简化成 standing 就好了。那句子就变成 The man standing by the sports car is an actor。站在跑车旁边的那名男子是一位演员。好，那么以上是今天的讲解，同学别走开，马上回来哦。
Located in northwest Zhanghua County, Taiwan, Lukang Township has several points of interest. One of these is Lukang Old Street, which is famous for its culture and history as well as its traditional foods. During the Qing Dynasty, Lukang, Fucheng, and Mangka were the 3 major port cities in Taiwan, attracting merchant vessels and business owners. In Lukang, Puto Street, Hualien Street, and Dayo Street became the main roads that access the city's dock area. Over time, this area developed into a hub for shipping companies. Lukang Old Street is actually a collection of long streets and wooden houses that date back to the foundation of the city. The houses are long and narrow, have shared walls, and serve both residential and commercial uses. The large wooden doors and windows project a palatial feel, and entrances and roofs feature decorations that are said to protect against evil spirits. Lukang Old Street's curved alleys were built by the original settlers and were intended to reduce strong winds and offer a defensive advantage. And the area's red brick roads bring to mind the Taiwan of long ago. Shops selling cheongsam, traditional toys, and antiques line the streets, drawing many visitors. Traditional miancha and cake shops also bring in crowds.
Yuli Township is a rural township located in the East Rift Valley of Hualien. Due to its location between 2 mountain ranges, there are many different places to visit in Yuli. The Taiwan Black Bear Education Center is located in the heart of Yuli Town. Here, you can learn about the native bears that are common in the surrounding mountains. Pushi Gallery is a great place to learn about the local artwork of Yuli. You can learn about fabric dyeing and stone artwork. Be sure to try Yuli noodles. This meal is popular with both visitors and locals. Don't forget to go to Guangshan Tang. Its ryokan is a must-buy. With so many different places to visit, Yuli Township is a must-stop spot for visitors in Hualien.
See you next time!